Hello, friends, a warm welcome from Greta Talks. In the last episode, we saw Sita Tyag or the separation of Sita and Shri Ram. In this episode, we will witness the confinement of Ashwamedha horse by Luv-Kush, challenging their supremacy, unknown of the fact that they were the princes of Ayodhya, and their valiant fight with Shri Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrugna, and Hanuman. Lakshman returned to Ayodhya. Sita sat on the banks of river Tamasa. She started shedding tears for her misfortune. The ascetics of Valmiki's hermitage came to fetch water on the banks of river Tamasa. They noticed Sita and were surprised to see her mourning. They became curious to know about her identity. They went back to the hermitage and informed Sage Valmiki. He came to the banks of Tamasa. He recognized Sita and, like a loving father, he consoled her, patting her back and said, "Sita, get up and come to the hermitage. Feel safe and secured here like your parents' home. I know everything that has happened and you are an embodiment of chastity." Sita felt solaced by the invaluable loving support given by the sage. She accompanied Sage Valmiki to his hermitage. Sage Valmiki introduced her to everyone in the hermitage. He told the ascetic women, "Don't disobey her. She is pregnant. Take proper care of her." Days and months passed, and one day Sita gave birth to twin sons. One ascetic woman came running happily to Sage Valmiki to give him this news. She said, "O sage, Sita has given birth to two sons. How sweet and handsome they are." Sage Valmiki's solemn facial expression changed to glad expression. He picked up a nearby grass. He broke the fronts of grass, handing it over to the ascetic woman. He said, "Anoint the eldest child with the upper part of the grass and name the elder son as Kush. Anoint the youngest child with the lower part of the grass and name him as Love." This was the ritual done by the sage to name the newly born children. Thus Sita's radiant sons were named Kush and Love. Seasons changed, years passed, and Kush Love grew too. Sage Valmiki taught them the Vedas, and they also gained mastery in archery and horsemanship. Mother Sita cultivated them by narrating the stories of Raghu dynasty and other great heroes. This made them brave, courageous, and adventurous. Kushlav also became melodious singers. Valmiki taught them to recite the Ramayana written by him. They used to sing Ramayana sweetly and looked exactly like Shri Ram. Shri Ram was upset since he had renounced Sita. He used to be sad and depressed. He could not find peace. He used to do the royal work as a part of his duty. Once he thought to engage his mind in something and take up something grand and divine. He asked Guru Vasishtha about it. Sage Vasishtha advised him to perform the Ashwamedha Yajna. Shri Ram decided to perform the Ashwamedha Yajna. Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrugna started preparing with great enthusiasm. The rituals of the Yajna were performed and Ashwamedha horse was released. Shatrugna left with a large army. The sacrificial horse moved from kingdom to kingdom, but no one stopped it anywhere as all the kings proudly acknowledged the sovereign superiority of Shri Ram. The sacrificial horse was going north from the banks of the Tamasa. Two youths captured it and kept it locked. Seeing that the sacrificial horse was blocked, there was chaos in Shri Ram's army. Shatrugna picked up his bow and arrows, came forward, and challenged the youths to leave their horses or get ready for battle. The youths were firm as they belonged to the noble Raghu dynasty. They were Kush and Love, sons of Shri Ram. Both of them accepted the challenge of war. Shatrugna started showering arrows, but with twice his speed, Kushlav released their arrows. Shatrugna fired various weapons, but the more effective ones were neutralized by Kush love. In the end, Kush released a powerful weapon and made Shatrugna unconscious. This news reached Ayodhya. Shri Ram heard this news and was worried. He sent Lakshman and Bharat, but Kush and Luv made them unconscious. Then Shri Ram himself came for the battle. He was amazed to see two young fighting youths. He appreciated their fighting skills, but it was also necessary to rescue the sacrificial horse. So Shri Ram took the bow and shot the arrow, but Shri Ram's arrows became fruitless and powerless before the arrows of those youths. Finally, even Shri Ram fell unconscious due to the arrows of Kush love. Hanuman came forward as soon as he saw unconscious Shri Ram, but he also became powerless and exhausted. Kush love bound Hanuman with the rope. Until this happened, Valmiki, who had gone far, returned there. He saw this and appreciated the bravery of Kush love. But knowing that this was not the time for praise, he commanded Kush love to go to his ashram. Then he chanted the mantra, sprinkled water, woke up the four brothers, Shri Ram, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrugna, and freed Hanuman. The sacrificial horse, captivated by Kush love, was freed and handed over to Shatrugna. Everyone, including Shri Ram, respectfully bowed their heads to Sage Valmiki. The sage bid him farewell. Shri Ram invited him to come to the yajna, and Sage Valmiki happily accepted his invitation. Shri Ram asked the sage, "Who are those brave young men?" But Valmiki just smiled and proceeded towards his ashram. So friends, the takeaway of this episode is the greatest virtue of Sage Valmiki when he consoled grief-stricken Sita, pacified her, and offered her support in her distressed condition, when he commanded everyone in his hermitage to take proper care of her. He made Kush love well-informed, well-trained, and made them responsible youths. Their fight with the indomitable four brothers proved their supreme gallant nature. Sage Valmiki proved himself to be an able intermediator when he controlled the warlike situation between Shri Ram and Kush love. His smile at the question asked by Shri Ram about the identity of the brave youths revealed that the need and time to introduce the youths as the sons of Shri Ram was soon going to come. This is all about this episode. Stay tuned for the next concluding episode of Shri Ramayana to witness the performance of Ashwamedha Yajna, melodious singing of Ramayana by Luv-Kush, revelation of the identity of Luv-Kush to Shri Ram as his own sons, the final test to prove the chastity given by Sita, followed by the end of her incarnation with the end of the incarnations of the four brothers. So thank you and goodbye.